That's when that explanation happened. Please try and make sure you request for the video. Please give me a second. I'm looking for where I snapped it because these things now I don't have them in my head to change it. There's a place I snapped it where I usually like take a look at it and use it to change what is there. Okay, yeah, I've seen it. So for my background, I want my background to be white. I don't like black background, so I want white. Foreground should be black. Grid should be light slate gray. Bar up should be black. Bar down should be black. Bull candle should be green. Any type of green. Bear candle should be red. Line graph should be lime. Volumes. Okay. Ew. All right. Let's see. Okay, perfect. I forgot to remove the grid. Grid. I don't want grid. None. Okay. Yeah. Good. Is Mr. Philip in class yet? Mr. Philip is not in class yet, though. I wonder why. Pauline, please, are you recording this class? Yes, you are. All right. So, but then before we continue, let's take a look at USDCHF. USDCHF has hit first take profit on that sell. So if you opened it, congratulations to you. GBP USD, it almost triggered our entry. Almost. Look at where it did, and it went up to first take profit. But I mean, we missed it. Even second take profit itself has been hit. Euro USD triggered our entry, right? We triggered our entry at this point and went up almost very close to first take profit and then fell. If you took this trade, I'm very sure it moved in your favor. It moved how many pips now? Let me see. It moved 23 pips in your favor before coming back and is currently in small profit. There's a possibility that it will still push up. So if you took Euro USD, congratulations to you. I took USD CHF. Congratulations to me because I made money from it, right? Okay, so going to the chart JPY. I'm using the idea to wait for some people. I'm using the idea to wait for some people so that they would not say hello. I'm coming. Please give me a second, please. I'm waiting for 2 people to join. All right. Maybe they should meet us in front. I will recap when they come in. Okay. So now, right? This is a chart. Can anyone kind of look at this chart on a, let's go to monthly time frame, right? Can anyone try to identify areas of support and resistance on this chart? Can you try? Please give me a minute. Okay, can anyone try to identify areas of support and resistance on this chart without me saying anything? Can you try? If you can try, you can unmute yourself and speak. So far, you're not in a noisy place. If you're not in a noisy place, you can unmute yourself and speak. Hmm? You can't. All right, no problem. Let me identify areas of support and resistance on this chart using a blue line. I want to show you something. A blue rectangle, I mean. So this is an area of resistance. Resistance is at the top. Support is at the bottom. This is an area of resistance. Okay. It's not a zone, it's a line. This is an area of support. Okay. It's not a zone, it's a line, right? This is an area of resistance. Okay. Let's go to shapes. This is an area. Give me a second. This is an area of support. Okay. This is an area of support. Trying to get as much as we can for the sake of this class. This is an area of support. Okay. Try as much as possible to make it slim. It doesn't need to be that huge, right? This is an area of support. This, another name for this is also demand and supply. Another name for this is also called demand and supply. Okay, let's look for another area of resistance. This is an area of resistance. It means that price has been resisting here from time to time. Price come up to this place and it falls. Okay, let's look for another area of resistance. This is an area of resistance. This is an area of resistance. Okay, let's get another area of resistance. This is another area of resistance, but this is too large. I'm not going to leave it like this. This is an area of resistance, right? This is an area of resistance. Let's get another area of resistance. This is another area of resistance. Price has resisted here a couple of times. Price has resisted here a couple of times. Okay, let me increase this a little bit. Now there's another area of resistance here. Remember, this is on a monthly time frame that I'm dragging all these things. When we go to a weekly time frame, you're going to see something. This is another area of resistance, right? There are some in between, but let me free them. There are some area of resistance around here, around here, around here, but let's go to a weekly time frame to see. Can you see? on a weekly time frame, you can see all these lines that I drew, right? At some point, price has gotten to those places and did what? Either bounce back or break above it. Example, this price was going. It got to here and it got to here and went down, right? It kept on going. It got to this area. It was pushed down. It gathered more momentum. It was going up. It it broke this one, continued up, and came here, right? Came here, moved up, pushed down a little bit, then continued on its way, broke above this place and continued on its way. But got here, it got pushed down again. It now gathered some momentum here, and what did it do? It pushed up. Upon pushing up, it met another resistance here, and what happened? It came down, hitting a support level. Now, on this support level, what did price do? Price tested this resistance and pushed it all the way down to here. Now, it gathered momentum from this support level and continued up here and got pushed down back here by a resistance. At here, this support level pushed it all the way up to here. Now, you need to note that when price breaks a resistance region, right, that region no longer becomes a resistance. What does it become? It becomes a support. If price breaks a region, it is definitely going to come back to retest that place again. And coming back to retest that place, it is called support. Let me give you an example. This price was coming from here, got up to this place and fell. This place became a support. But on its way up, this place was a resistance because see, it pushed some price down. It was a resistance. When it gathered momentum, it broke above it and it came here and it became a support. Now, from here, price pushed above to this place, right? The next place that price landed was still on that zone, which is around here. Price landed around here, right? And then it came down a little bit and then gathered more momentum to push back up. It kept going up. When it got here, it got resisted a little bit. Then it pushed even further up and got to this place, and this place served as a resistance zone, right? What did it do? It pushed all the way down to here. This place now served as a support. Now, from here, it pushed all the way up to here, right? And came down here. Okay, pushed all the way from here to here and came down here. But then before it pushed all the way from here to here, it was resisting, impulsive buy, retracement. It will buy, it will retrace, it will buy again, it will retrace. Now it continued buying, and currently price is at another resistance region. If price is able to break above it, when next price comes around here, it becomes what we call a support, like we've seen here. This price got up to this place. You can see this candlestick here. But then when this red candle started falling, it came here as a support before it gathered more momentum to start going up. Do you understand? So this is what support and resistance is. Support and resistance in this market is simply demand and supply. Demand and supply. When people tell you psychological level, when they tell you demand and supply, when they tell you this one, any English that they call is sha support and resistance, is sha demand and supply that they're talking about, right? Now let's go to a daily time frame. You see, as we go into lower time frame, you will see how it is clearer. What happened? Let's see. Let's see. Price moved from here, got to this place. This is a resistance. It broke up above that resistance and went up, right? Next time that price came there, it was here. And what did it serve as? A support, okay? And at this point, it's still a resistance. It served as a support here, and it moved up until this place. When it got up until this place, it got resisted down here. See that there is a resistance at this point. This resistance, let me mark it as a pink, tiny pink resistance, so that you can see that this tiny pink resistance to some extent served as a support. Is this pink? Where is pink? I want pink. Right, nice. Now let's drag it inward so that you can see that it is not just at that place that that resistance stopped to. It moved in deeper into the market. So let's, okay. Yes, good. I like what I'm saying. So you can see now, you now have a clearer picture that even inside this resistance, these big, big blue ones that I drew, there are still some small ones. Example, this pink one. If I get my shapes again, right, I am going to show you another area of resistance and support here. Look at it here. At this point, right, at this point, price was resisting at this point and also supporting at this point, because resistance and support kind of work hand in hand. If it breaks above, if it is a resistance, if it breaks above a resistance, next time price will come to that place, it will become a support. If it is a support, the next time that it breaks it, if it is a support that price breaks, the next time price comes there, it becomes what we call a resistance. So they kind of work hand in hand. Do you understand? So now you can see our pink line in between. Look at it on a weekly time frame, right? On a weekly time frame, we have huge support and resistance here that is clear. Let's go to a monthly so that you will see. On a monthly time frame, you can see that we have huge support, and you can see how tiny it is on the pink line. But on getting to daily time frame, it became very obvious. It became very obvious. And currently, price is currently at a resistance point here. And what is it doing? It is holding. It is holding. It's either it breaks it to come and test this blue line and continue, or it rejects and comes down to meet the nearest support here, which should be around this inside here. Now let's go to a 4-hour time frame so that you can see this properly. Okay, let's get to the end of the chart. Look at it on a 4-hour time frame. Whew. Look at it on a 4-hour time frame. You can see it on a 4-hour time frame. You can see that price was holding here. 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 Price rejected here. Price rejected here. I'm trying to show you as much as I can. Price rejected here. That's why I told you it's a zone, not a line. Price rejected here. Price rejected here. Price rejected here. You do not want to be caught in this mess because there is no clear direction, except maybe you're entering that cell from up here. But if it's for you to enter cell from here and price gets back to here and starts selling, buying again, it's not making sense for you. So you don't want to be caught up in this type of stuff, right? You want a clear direction. So if you're buying, you know that you're buying from here to here. Okay, if you're selling, you know you're selling from here to here, right? But this is on a 4-hour time frame. This is on a 4-hour time frame, right? Now take a look at our pink line. You can see that price is resisting here on our pink line. Take a look, you can see price is resisting here on our pink line. Okay, on our pink line here again, price have resisted here before in the past. Take a look at what market did here. Consolidated so much because there was no clear direction. Take a look at what is happening here. This is another resistance zone. This is another resistance zone here. This is another one here. And this is another one here. This is a support region here. This is a support region. This is a support. 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 Right? Now, let's go to a 1-hour time frame and see how it looks on 1-hour time frame. Take a look at 1-hour time frame. You can see it. It got to here. It pushed up. It came up. It pushed down. It came up here again. Still a support region. It held. It held. Then he managed to move up to this place. No, first of all, before he managed to move up to this place, he moved up to this place and came into this particular zone again to hold. Then he managed to move up to this place and fell, right? Remember, it's a region, not a line. Now, our rectangle might not be able to cover all the regions associated, but just have it in mind that is a region, right? So now it came down to this place and pushed up to come and test our pink rectangle. After testing our pink rectangle, he was not able to break it. What happened? He fell. He fell so well. After he fell so well, he started going up. And at this point, there's what we call a gap up, which means price literally broke against above here and went up. When it got to this pink line again, it came down. And when it came down, it moved way up. Now, under this pink, before here that we have pink, let me draw a purple or green resistance, again, resistance and support level, so that you can see that even under here, we still even have more resistance and support level. The more you go to a lower time frame, the more you see on this support and resistance level. Which color do I choose now? Should I choose green? Should I choose yellow? Should I choose orange? Let's do green. Okay, so now you can see this one, right? There is a green resistance and support level there, right? Let's take this one. Let's get in here. You can see that there is a green resistance and support level here. There's a resistance and support level here, right? Now, let's go down to 30 minutes time frame so that you will see clearly on your 30 minutes time frame. Look at it on your 30 minutes time frame. What did price do here? It pushed it downward. And when price went above it, what did it become? It became a support. This is a resistance here. It pushed it downward. When price was able to break above it, it came down here to test that same region, and now it became a support. Then it was able to break up, right, and moved into this place, came down to this place and tested it as a support, but eventually broke the support. You can see that over here, it also served as a support. Here, it also served as a support. Here, it served as a resistance, but price was later able to break that resistance. And now when it broke that support, it came down here. When it came down here, this region and this region, is it the same? Yes, it is. This region and this region is the same. It came down here and it also served as a support region before it broke down, right? When it broke down to this point and it started coming up, it came to that same region again and served as a resistance before it continued pushing back downward. If I open my 15 minutes time frame, you will see it and it's going to even be very clear. All right, look at it. Let's go in a little bit. Let's go in a little bit. Oh, come on now. This one does not want to go in. All right, let's use somewhere outer here. So now you can see here, price was coming from here. There was a gap up. This served as a support. This is a resistance. Price was able to break above it and got into this pink line. But when it came down, there was a support. It went back up. It came here and tested. You can see it tested it again as a, when it was coming from down here up, it was a resistance. But now that it's coming from up here down, it is now a support. That's what I meant by, if price breaks above a resistance point or below a support level, if it's coming back to that place, if it is a support level, that support level will act as a resistance. If it is a resistance level, that resistance level will act as a support. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about in this class. Are you guys understanding what I'm teaching?
Yes, so yes, so.
Okay. Okay. So now it pushed up from this line and went all the way up. If you go down to 15 minutes time frame, you're going to see more. You're going to see more. Where is our green line? Why am I not seeing it? Okay, look at it here. Let me shrink this chart a little bit. The only thing is that you will not be able to see it. See, here on our green line, you can see even on this 5-minute time frame, you can see another support here. Support is here. There's a support here. There's a support here. There's a support here. There's a support here. There are plenty supports here that we could not map out on a higher time frame, but a lower time frame is showing us those support and resistance, right? So this is simply what support and resistance is all about. This is simply what support and resistance is all about. Okay, you just have to like check, oh, where has price held before? Let's increase our chart. Where has price held on to before? Price held on to this place before it started coming down. Price held on to this place because when this came down, instead of it to continue coming down, it stopped. This one, this candle opened and stopped here. Another candle opened and closed right around that same region. And then before you know it, another candle opened, and then we now saw a breakthrough. Look at here, look at how many candles. So it does not matter how many candles you're seeing. Look at here, look at what price was doing here. Price is currently, let me see if this is a, sorry,
Resisting.
yeah, price is currently resisting here because it's coming from down up. So price is currently resisting here. If he's able to break a way out of, oh, what's going on? Did you see that move? Did you guys see this move just now? It just pumped down. It's trying
Yeah.
as much as possible to go up, but it just pumped down. You can take a look at this move here. Look at what is going on here. And this is on a 1 hour time frame. It just popped down. It is something is still holding it here. That's why they call it psychological level. Now, technically on the chart, at a resistance point, if price does not break above that resistance, it is the best time to sell. Exactly what is going on here. If price is not able to break above here, all this place and continue up, it is a
Mm.
great time for you to click your sell. And before you click that sell, you now have to check, where am I going to start selling from? At a support region, right? This place is a support region because before price resisted here. So now it's serving as a support region. Hence, why you saw that this candlestick, the wick is not able to come down more to this place. Support is holding it here. That's why you're seeing this reaction of the candle going back up.
Okay.
So let's imagine now that you open the trade at this point, right? And your take profit is at this point. Just this one candle has given you how many pips? It has given you 42 pips. And if you're on one lot size, that's $420. Just this one candle that triggered now, just this one candle. And you've already taken profit. This sharp move that happened, it has already happened. You've taken your profit and you're out of the market.
Mm.
So that's how it works for support and resistance. It's still pushing up because there is a strong force here fighting for price. They are trying to push price up. The bulls are trying to push price up. The bears are trying to push it down. Everybody is just fighting tooth and nail. But until it breaks above this resistance is when I will now say, okay, let me enter a buy. If it does not break above this resistance and continue downward, I would rather enter my buy at a support region down here. So if price comes here, as it just touched here and start going back up, you saw that price literally touched here and start going back up. Anybody that opened the buy here is currently in profit after this sell just happened. So now I would want to buy at a support region, especially if it does not break below the support. Until it breaks below that support and continues upward, that's when I would be looking out for a sell. Now let's see this particular candlestick on a 5 minute time frame or 15 minutes time frame so that you will see. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing the length of the candle? Okay, are you seeing the length of the candle here? This is it. This is that candle. Triggered it here and pushed all the way down. Now, after pushing all the way down, what happened? It went up. Anybody that opened buy here, the buy has triggered and the person is in profit. If that person is not currently in profit, now their profit will be reducing because there is another sell candle here. Let's check on 1 minute what each candle did every 1 minute. Now, look at it. You can see this is a resistant level, right? This is a resistant level. And what did he do? He fell to this place. There is a support here. That's why it did not continue. A very strong support is here. That's why this sell did not continue. The moment it touched here, what happened? It started pushing back up and it has gotten here. Anybody that opened this trade from here to here must have made money. And if you also opened from here to here, you have made money, or even here. And this is what this price is going to continue doing until it is able to break above here or break below here. Now, for me now to tell you that it's going to break above here or break, I can't tell you, because it is being moved by the forces of supply and demand. Supply and demand is what is moving this price. So now you can see that it's still selling. I told you that at a resistance point, the best thing to see, it has come down to that place again. And what happened? It pushed back up. At a resistance point, the best thing for you to do at a resistance point, especially if price have not broken above it, is to enter a sell. So imagine if you've entered a sell from here and your take profit is here, or let's say your take profit is even around here. This is still more money for you. Or let's say you now enter the buy, because it is a region, it is a zone, it's not one line. You can see that that sell is still valid, it is still selling. You can see that the candlestick is still pushing down. This is how it will continue pushing down until it is able to break the support region. The moment it breaks the support region, we will now say, okay, this sell is going to continue. But if it does not break the support region, we will now be like, oh, this sell is not going to continue. We are going to look out for more buys on the chart, right? Look at what it's doing. This is 5 minutes time frame. Let's check it on 15 minutes and see. Look at what it's doing on 15 minutes time frame. You can see on a 1 minute time frame, we had over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 candles, right? This is 11 minutes. On a 5 minutes time frame, let's check how many candles we have. We have 5, 10. This is 11 minutes, right? Until this one completes the remaining 4 minutes. This candle will close and another one will start. Now, on a 15 minutes time frame, we're going to have just one candle. Why are we just having one candle? Because all this move is still happening within 15 minutes. That's when all this move is happening. If we're on 30 minutes time frame, we're still going to have one candle. Why are we having one candle? Because all this move is happening within 30 minutes. 30 minutes have not clocked since that move started. So we're still going to have one candle. On a 1 hour time frame, the same thing, one candle. And you can see, I told you, price resisted here in the past. Price resisted here in the past before breaking above. Me and Una Day here now, price came down here. Are you seeing that it's the same zone? What is it acting as now? It is acting as a support. The same zone as this resistance here. It is acting as a support. We just watched this move happen. I didn't do anything. So that's how supply and resistance works. Look at it on a higher time frame. This is a resistance region, right? This is a resistance region here. But now the price is coming from here now. It hits here and now it became a support level. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to open a chart, clean slate, and we will, people in the class will identify. Now where you identify, now where I go draw. We will start on a monthly time frame, right? So I'm going to clear all this on this chart, get a clean slate, and we will identify areas of support and resistance on the chart. And that will be your assignment. I gave assignments the day before yesterday. Did you people do the assignment of fundamentals? Did you guys do the assignment? This one now, everybody's quiet. They did not do it. Okay, oh, all right. If you are in a place that is not noisy, let's identify areas of support and resistance. So can we start now? Are you guys ready? Can we start? Hello? Nobody's in class again.
Yes, we can start.
All right. Okay, so where do I identify? Let me get my rectangle. So to show me, where can I start and identify areas of support and resistance? Let me
That's
give you,
high there. Overall high there is a resistance.
okay, the overall high here is a resistance. Say the overall
Yes,
high here is a resistance. Okay, this is Mr. Marvin, right? Okay,
yes.
Mr. Marvin, you have two more answers to go. The next one should be someone else answering the question. Okay, so the overall high here is a resistance region. Okay, who else can identify another resistance region here? Who else can identify? Try. Even if you fail, it's not the end of the
Okay,
world.
I think the first red candle, the very first one.
Which one? This one?
No,
This one?
no.
Which one? This one?
Yes.
Okay, so let's drag from there. All right. All right. Who else can identify? Who else can identify? Try. Remember, it is not a line and it is not just one candle, it is a zone. That's why the moment she said the first red candle, she just told me that CO price resisted here. And from dragging my chart out, you can see that price actually did resist there, right? You can see price actually did resist on that line. Let's even take it way all the way in so that you will see that is not just a line, it's not just a red candle. You can see that price resisted all the way. Look at where price resisted. Look at here, look at here, look at here, look at here. So let's have another one. Try. Trust me, it's not a big deal. Come on, try. You guys don't want to try anymore.
Okay, if you go down a bit,
Okay, down to where? Here,
no. Just a bit that green candle you just drew now.
here.
Yes, that's a region too.
Okay, let me get my shapes. Here, right? You said around here.
Yes, yes,
Okay, so let's draw it
yeah,
out. If it's here, which means we can draw it out from here, right?
yes, exactly. Yes, that's
Okay,
standing like
okay.
a support, also as a resistance at the same time.
Exactly. It will always be support and resistance at one place. At some point, a support will be a resistance. At some point, a resistance will be a support. Do you
Yes,
understand? They work hand
yeah,
in hand. You cannot say I'm only seeing resistance. No. Because if price breaks it and decides to come back, if it was a resistance, the fact that price has broken it, when it's coming back, it will no longer be a resistance. Do you understand? It will now be a support region. Do you understand? It's just like in a house now. If you are in a house, there is roof and there is ground. If you are able to break your ceiling and go up, your ceiling is your resistance. The moment you're able to break your ceiling and you moved on to the next apartment, that next apartment, that ceiling that you broke from second floor to the third floor will no longer be a ceiling on the third floor. It will now be a support. That is where you will keep your leg. It will be a floor where you will keep your leg, and there will be another resistance at the top, another ceiling at the top. Now, let's say that you were on the second floor and you broke from the second floor all the way down to the first floor, right? That support region that you broke, which is where your leg was resting, it will no longer be where your leg will rest. Instead, that place will now serve as a ceiling, while the place you are now resting on, the new place will be a support region. The same way, if you want to go back to second floor, that place will no longer be a support. for first floor, it will now be a resistance region. But it is a resistance region for first floor, but for someone on second floor, it is a support region for them. You that is on first floor, the ceiling on the first floor is a resistance region for you. But for someone that is on the second floor, it is a support region for them. All right. So now let's map out another area of support and resistance. Before I give assignment, you're going to mark it out on different charts and snap it, send a screenshot to me. I'm very serious because this is only way you have to learn. You're going to map it out on monthly time frame, daily time frame, weekly time frame, and hourly time frame. Let's do 1 hour and 4 hours. No, let's do 4 hours and then do 15 minutes. All right. So let's take one more. Can one person answer?
How do we get this colored line? These colored lines.
I came to insert.
Okay.
I came to shapes. I came to rectangle and I carried. So
We
where
all,
do I mark?
have it. Do you all have
Eh?
it? Do you all have it in our phones? Our phone.
Yes, you all have it on your MT4. If you remember that day I thought about using MT4 before starting the main class, I talked about it.
Okay.
Yes, so when I share the
Yeah.
video, you will see it.
That
So
place is another zone.
this place,
Yes, that's another zone.
okay. So let's drag 1, right?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. Let's drag one more person. Can one more person reply? One more person before we go. I'm making it as slim as possible because this is a higher time frame. On a higher time frame, resistance and support are stronger on a higher time frame than on lower time frame. You can see now on our lower time frame, we are not seeing any resistance and support here. But there is something we drew. We've drawn a lot, but it's not showing. See, it's not showing at all. Let's go to 55 and 5 minutes. You can see that one is showing on 5 minutes. Let's go to 15 minutes. You can see that another one is showing on 15 minutes. But by the time we get to 30 minutes, you will see more showing on 30 minutes, right? See, I'm just shrinking my chart. If we go to 1 hour, you will see that it's very clear. If you go to 4 hours, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4 is showing on 4 hours. If you go to daily time frame, you can see it 1, 2, 3, 4 is showing well. On a weekly time frame, you can see here what we'll have. This is what we initially had, right? This is what is showing here. Okay, so this is it. Now let me zoom in. So on your higher time frames, right? On your higher time frames, resistance and support are literally very strong. If a resistance did not hold on a 4-hour time frame, it broke. Let me give an example. I'm coming. Let me look for an example. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. Okay. You can see here, can I be able to use this as an example? All right. You can see here that price got to this place and came down all the way to this place, right? It got to this place and was pushed down. I'm looking for the one that broke. Let me look for the one that broke up above. Let me see. Now let's take a look at this gap here, this gap up here, right? Let's take a look at this gap here. You can see that price broke here and there is a gap and it continued. Let's go to our monthly time frame and look for that gap. Can anybody show me the gap here on monthly time frame? Is the gap showing on monthly time frame showing that it broke? Are we seeing any gap here on monthly time frame?
No.
Exactly. Because it is stronger here. So that gap that happened in maybe 4 hours time, 2 hours time, 3 hours time, it will not show on a monthly time frame. It will not show on a monthly time frame. If we even go to weekly, I'm not sure we're going to see it on weekly, that gap. We might only see that gap on a daily time frame because that thing happened within hours. Look at all the way down. You cannot see any gap on that. No single gap, right? And I think this is where that gap kind of happened. I think this is where that gap happened. Let's go to daily time frame and check. You can see, I said it, this is where that gap happened. But you can see that our weekly time frame did not cover it, did not show us. Anybody that is trading on a weekly time frame, on a monthly time frame, does not have any business with what is going on 15 minutes, on 5 minutes time frame, 30 minutes time frame. Because the resistance and support that is, because here, if there is a resistance here, it's showing us on a daily time frame that it got broken. But on our weekly time frame, we're not seeing that massive gap. We are seeing it still as resistance still doing its work there. But on a lower time frame, it has been broken. If you check your 1 hour time frame, you will see that it also was broken on your 1 hour time frame, right? Let me push this inward. Look at it here. It was broken on your 1 hour time frame. But on a monthly time frame, it's compacted like that. This gap never happened. This jump in price never happened. So on your daily time frame, your monthly time frame, your weekly time frame, resistance and support is stronger there. Very, very strong there. If it's not able, in the moment it breaks it on a monthly time frame, just have it at the back of your mind that there's a possibility that that instrument is going to continue downward or upward, depending on the direction where the market broke it to. If it's on the upward direction, it will continue on that upward direction. But this market can break a lot of resistance and support in monthly time frame, weekly time frame, and it will not show on your, it will break a lot of support and resistance on your minutes time frame. That's your 15 minutes time frame, your 30 minutes time frame, even on your 5 minutes time frame, but it will not show on your weekly and monthly time frame. Because as far as monthly and weekly is concerned, that resistance is a tough area. So I don't know if this class is clear enough. I'm going to give assignments. Open 3 charts. Identify areas of support and resistance on those charts. 3 charts. Identify areas of support and resistance. Mark them out, screenshot it, and send to me or send to Ada. You need to do this assignment. You know why you need to do this assignment? Because when we get to how to develop strategy, this assignment is needed. This assignment is needed because you will want to know. We need it to be able to pinpoint entry points and exit points in the market. So you need to do this assignment. All right. Now, there are indicators that shows you support and resistance without stressing you in the market. Here is showing us that there is a verified support. I don't have to like keep drawing and drawing and drawing. Here is showing me that there is a verified resistance support. Here is showing me that there is a verified resistance. Here is showing me that there is a verified support. Have it at the back of your mind that support is on the bottom and resistance is always at the top. This is a weak support. This is a stone cold support. Stone cold support means that that support used to be a resistance before. Price broke it, and when price came back, it now turned and became a support level. That's what stone cold support means. Do you understand? But forget all this many English. Where did they speak? All of them are all supports. Verified though, weak, verified resistance. If price have tested that place maybe 2 to 3 times, right? There is one that we'll call is it verified? Wait, I think there is verified resistance. There's another type of resistance. Verified resistance, proven resistance. Yes, if it is a proven resistance, if that place is proven, it means that price has tested that place 5 times and it has gone back down. Let me look for a proven resistance on. Look at a proven resistance here. It's telling me that at this point, price has tested this particular market more than 5 times. and it keeps going down from there. Each time price comes there, it keeps going down from there. Each time price comes there, it keeps going down from there. It's not showing us proven here again. Let's go to 1 hour time frame and see. Look at it. This is a proven resistance. If we go 1, this is 1, this is 2, right? Here it served as a support. Do you understand? Here it served as a support. Here it served as a resistance. That's why it is called proven resistance. Let me mark it out so that we'll go all the way in and get it. Let me mark it out so that we'll go all the way in and get it. Give me a second. Okay, let's keep going in. We've marked out number 1. This is number 2. Right? Here it served as a support. This is number 3. Let's keep going in. This is number 4. Let's keep going in. You can see. Like each time price gets there, it kind of waits. Each time price gets there, it kind of waits. Do you see? Are you seeing? This is more than 5, and that's why it is called proven resistance. If you want us to keep going back in, even up until maybe 2020, you will see that it will keep showing you that price has been resisted in that region for God knows how long, and that's why it is proven. And this is how price moves. Whenever you hear price action, this is what they are literally telling you about, right? The movement of price, how price reacts when it gets to these levels. That's what price action is, nothing more. Okay, that's what they're telling you. If someone tells you I'm a price action trader, they are watching what price is doing if it gets to a certain level. So you can see now from this chart now, very sure we've mapped out more than 10 support and resistance since we started drawing it in. See, each time price gets somewhere around that green line, it holds. Each time, whether it gets close or whether it gets inside it, or it holds. And that is why it is called a proven resistance. A weak resistance is the one that just formed. It did not form plain inside. It's not like it's not there, but it just formed. But that's because it is this indicator. Normally, it is just resistance, be it proven or be it weak or be it anything. So this indicator, it helps you figure out these resistance levels. You get to see these resistance levels on time without you will not have to keep struggling to draw it out by yourself all the time. This is what this indicator does. Do you understand? So for our assignment, you all are going to draw support and resistance. After drawing support and resistance, tomorrow we are going to talk about trend line, and we will add trend line to our support and resistance. And in our next class, which is going to be by next week, Thursday, we are going to talk about candlestick patterns. We're going to talk about candlestick patterns. You need to know support and resistance, because even with candlestick patterns, you must identify some of them either at a support level or at a resistance level before you take your next action. And that is the reason for this class. So make sure you draw out your support and resistance. If you try to draw it and you don't understand, message me privately or message Pauline privately. Let us help you, so that by the time we start the class next week, Thursday, you will be able to follow up. It will not be hard for you to follow up. All right? So that will bring us to the end of today's class. Right? If you have any questions, I'm open to answer your questions. Let me see the chat. It's like someone left a question. If you have any question, can you ask your question, please? I will take all the quietness as no question. Should I? Okay,
No,
no,
no, there's no question.
there is no question. Okay,
Well understood.
all right, no
Thank
problem.
you very much.
So now do your assignment. Do your assignment. I'm going to request for it next week. If you do not understand what you were taught, please, I'm begging in the name of God, reach out to me or reach out to Pauline. I would explain it for you. I would explain it. You need to know support and resistance before you start.